Well, what's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with a huge con haul. This week I was at Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. I only got to stay one day, but I come into town prior to that, so I'm making my way up there the previous day of that. I was able to pick up a lot of stuff, plus a lot of whatnot. eBay auctions, art auctions, a whole bunch of stuff that came in while I was away. So if you want to see what I picked up, stay tuned for the video. Now, before we get into all of this comic book goodness, I think that talking about the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, it would be good to show you one of my new outros.
Hey, Dad, Brain, what do you want to do tonight? Oh, wait, I know. We're going to watch Southern Comic Geek. All of us. Nerf. Oh, and don't forget it's Raphael and Ninja Turtles. He's here, too, so cowabunga!
That's right. I got Rob Paulson himself to do that for me. I do appreciate that. So it was a great time, the time that I did have, as well as getting to meet some folks and picking up some good stuff along the way. And then I get home and there's a pile of stuff here. So we're just going to kind of raffle through this stuff. And not the least of which I've posted on my IG page, was an art pickup that I had by the man, Jerry Robinson. That's right. The co-creator of Joker and Robin did this awesome art piece in 2009. He died in 2011. So glad to pick that up. So when I'm in the Huntsville area, I'm also going to go by the three shops, the Deep, the Haven, as well as Creamer and Cash. I picked this up at Creamer and Cash right here. And this is Weapon X. I wasn't as excited about this toy as what my son to my left is. However, I wanted the leg piece because I have the Caliban, but he doesn't have any legs. My legs, Hank! Where are my legs? He needs his legs. And so one of them is in the Blink, which I had bought separately. And then the other one was with this one, so I was able to pick that one up for that. I picked up this right here. I believe I picked this one up at the Deep. This is Batman Dark Detective. So he has the trench coat and the rolled up sleeves, little goatee going on. Batman, the Dark Detective. Got one of the Target finds that I had, the Batman of Zurin. So this is a Golden Age story if you're not familiar with it, but in more recent years, towards the end of volume 1, Tony Daniels did a special cover with this. There was a story in the Batman Rip deal, and that's where this is lifted from. So that was pretty dope. Got the Maestro. Picked this one up at Creamer and Cash as well. The Maestro Hulk. I used to have the Toy Biz version of the Maestro Hulk, and it's probably been an upgrade since then. It's been a while since I've looked at that old one. Also got the Superman Action Comics 1000 with the classic red underwear on the outside. As you can tell, the hand has come loose, which I found interesting because I picked up a Superman figure the other day, and it too was like that. They just continuously forget to put the tape that they normally put across there to keep that little hand from happening. At the Expo, Maurice, whose name escapes me right now, as well as you saw, Rob Paulson, were able to sign both Pinky and the Brain. Nerf! Right there, signed on the side for me, as did Maurice. So pick that up. Then this came in the mail. This is actually a Walmart exclusive. I was not wanting all of the Suicide Squad figures. Yes, my son thinks this is Baby Shark. However, with the severed limbs that he's going to be chewing on like toothpicks, I don't think that stands the case. So this is King Shark. This is Walmart, I guess, variant or exclusive. His pants are plaid, and of course you can get them all in one big deal as opposed to having to get the Build-A-Figure. I've bought Build-A-Figures that I went all hip on the various figures just to complete it before. However, with that one, there was not one I really wanted at all. I take it back. Maybe Polka Dot Man. Maybe. But the rest of them I didn't really care for. So got these in a Whatnot pickup. We got Batman and the Joker. The Joker. Both the blacklight versions of that and the black. This one says special edition. Well, both of them say special edition, blacklight glow. So that was pretty dope. While I was out, I also got the Miko CN Big Time Collectibles box, and that is going to be featured on Mark or Legion of Comics' channel Thursday. What is the date? So it's Thursday, April the 28th. So go check that out. As myself, him, DJ Link, several other folks that got the Big Time Collectibles Miko CN comic book box. So we're going to save that for them. So at the con, so Rick Leonardi was there. Probably most notably known for being the co-creator of Spider-Man 2099. Really nice guy. He was not charging anything for his signature. It was just a donation to the Heroes Initiative, which is a charity that helps creators that don't have benefits and maybe not be as well off, that type of thing. So there was that. So he was doing full page sketches for $140. So $140 for a renowned artist, that's not bad at all. And then when you're able to get the Spider-Man 2099, I had this cover that I normally take several covers based on who's going to be there and say, hey, maybe I'm going to be able to find out what I'm going to do. And so I took that one. Also got him to sign this Uncanny X-Men 201, which is the battle for leading the team in first appearance of Cable as a baby. Got him to sign this Amazing Spider-Man 365, and it also already was signed by Peter David. Got him to sign this 2099 Unlimited, which I've also got signed by Peter David and Pat Broderick. So there's a bunch more folks that I can get signed. I'm probably going to have to start going towards the back to get them to sign at this point on that one. Then we got Spider-Man 2099, was already also signed by Peter David, and Rick Leonardi signed that for me as well. So pretty cool guy. Kevin Eastman was at the Huntsville Comic Expo. Unfortunately, he was there on Saturday and Sunday, and I was there on Friday. So it was not meant to be for me to be able to meet him. I already have several comics signed by him that I purchased that were that way already. Some I even bought off of the Eastman website. So, oh well, another day. Picked this up at Creamer and Cash. This is the Steranko History of Comics. So you got Marvel and DC characters all done by Steranko. Pretty dope. Look at that Nazi Red Skull there, and Batman, Hulk, Joker. And so it's just various histories, at least up to that point. So it's a big old giant treasury. And actually, it's bigger than a regular treasury because I have regular treasury boards and bags, and I was going to put it in slightly bigger than that. So it's going to have to stay in this one that she had it in, which is wide enough, but the board is not quite tall enough. So kind of odd and long, but it was a really cool piece to have. Maybe one day, if I get to meet Jim Steranko again, I'll get him to sign that for me. Now, I did get a lot of pickups, had some Whatnot sales actually while I was at in the hotel room. But the stuff that I picked up to, resell or have already sold, I'm not going to show you all that. I was able to get my Ironman 55 signed by Jim Starlin. So that's going to CBCS. So fingers crossed on what that's going to come back as. I bought it and had it cracked and pressed. It was a 7.0 CBCS, but there were some very noticeable pressable defects. And so I sent it off to get pressed, and he got it back to me in time. So I left that with them. Also left with them, forget the issue, but it's the first White Tiger. It's a magazine. And I got Chris Claremont previously to sign it, and I got Jim Starlin to sign it. So CBCS is now doing magazine holders. And I had a Hulk magazine that actually featured a Joe Jusko drawn Lou Ferrigno Hulk. Got Lou Ferrigno, who was there, to sign that for me, and sent that off to CBCS as well. So let's see what else goodies I got. Got this Dreadstar Returns. This is Jim Starlin and Jamie Jamison. Little book, a little hardback book. Got both of them to sign that. We got Captain Marvel 44, little 25 center. 46, 49, 56. Transformers number 71. So this is towards the end of that original Marvel run. And I don't lack much in completing that, but just one of those soft collect deals. Mr. Miracle number 6. Kirby goodness. Batman 124. Now, interesting story. I picked this one up, which made me only need 29 more Batman books to have a run from 100 to current. And so after I'm leaving, I'm driving down the road, don't tell nobody, but I was looking at my phone and noticed that somebody had posted that they were at the con. They weren't there Friday, but they were there to the Saturday when I'm on my way home. And so they ended up posting 2 Batman books. One was pre 100, but the other one was under 100, and it was one I needed, of course. So I did work out a deal with them and managed to secure that. So based on that, now I only need 28 books to complete Batman 100 through current. The other big run that I'm working on is Incredible Hulk. So now, counting the annuals, and Incredible Hulk is a very wonky way of numbering. So it went 1 through 6, and then Hulk goes into Tales to Astonish at 59. But then Tales to Astonish becomes Hulk at issue 102. But so essentially, they're not counting the first 6 issues of Incredible Hulk. And then, it's several volumes. Immortal Hulk is part of the Incredible Hulk, Totally Awesome Hulk, Indestructible Hulk, several different variations, but they're all part of the Incredible Hulk numbering system, legacy numbering system. So my goal was to do 1 through 6, and then Tales to Astonish 59, where Hulk goes into, and then forward, because it becomes 102, it becomes Incredible Hulk. So I decided to, so with Tales to Astonish, I only need 4 issues to have all of the Tales to Astonish. And I need 4 issues, 2 and 5 being the biggest ones that are left. And then I need 1 annual. So that's 4, 4, 8, 9. So I need 9 books to have all that completed. This is Incredible Hulk 103. 122. Little Fantastic Four battling action there. We got 131. And so I found one vendor at Huntsville that, just one right after another. I was picking up these 15-cent goodies right here. This is 136. And I was like, dude, you have got almost all of them. And that's where I also picked up the Tales to Astonish that I'm going to show you. 139. 143, a little Dr. Doom action there. 152. 155. A world he never made. 165. And then I got Tales to Astonish 93. So great Marie Severin cover, classic right there. So I was able to pick that up in about a 6.0 grade. So that was great. And also picked up Hulk #1, which is a homage to Hulk 181, but with the female versions of those characters. Then we got Swamp Thing #7, which is the first meeting of Batman and Swamp Thing. So that was pretty dope. Then new comics, we got We Live #2. We Live the Paladins, is that right? Paladins. Armor Clads #1. So interested to know why they didn't even go back with Armorines that they've had. Instead, they start calling them Armor Clads. I don't know what the deal with that is. We got Detective Comics 460. It's the first appearance of that guy on the cover. He's not a Joker type character or something. It's just an enemy of Batman's. Detective Comics 454. And I had some more of these Detective Comics. They were just too cheap to pass up at a comic shop in Tuscaloosa, Alabama on my way up. But I was on a Whatnot sale and people were asking for it, so I ended up selling some of them. This is TMNT 127, and this is the Huntsville comic pop culture exclusive. And as you can see, if you're familiar with Huntsville, you know that it's known for the NASA space shuttle station there. And so this has them with that in the background. I got 2 copies of both the trade and 2 copies of the Virgin. I'll keep one set and I'll sell the other one. Then we got Blue and Gold issue 8. You got all these streaming live, brilliant, timeless, epic, 10 of 10. And so you see who's saying it. It's like Skeets or Harley Quinn, Killer, JLO's Best by Guy Gardner of all people. So if you're not reading Blue and Gold, it was very hilarious. Very hilarious little deal. But in how they stream it live and people are live messaging it, you can see it happening in real life. We Live, Age of the Paladins #1, little fold out cover there. Pick that one up. Batman the Knight #4. This is the story by Chip Zdarsky. Pretty dope. And I was very surprised when I read this Wolverine. Very surprised when I read this Wolverine #20, and it's Deadpool in there, because when I get my new comic books, I kind of put them in order. I'm sure everybody does. Put them in order of when I want to read them, priority, right? And usually if I have a certain series that keeps getting pushed to the bottom of the stack, that's a sign that I just need to cancel that series. So Wolverine, admittedly, was not at the top of my list of reads. However, this was definitely one of the reads of the week for me. Got The Shepherd, the Valentine. So I've met the creators of this, got them to sign a book and stuff. Really cool folks with on Black Caravan. There was Scout Comics. And so this is a different story. And I managed to pick this up off of one of the comic book shop's shelves. And I dig the Shepherd. This is Rodney Ramos. I met him last year at a local Comic Con and didn't realize that he had done this cover. And of course, I didn't have one with me, but I saw this on a auction that I was doing, and Bake the Snake actually was selling this book, and I'm like, that's pretty dope. Let me just get it, because I think I got a print of that same cover signed by him. But yeah, got those. And let's see what else we got. We got Fantastic Four 349. So that's part of the new Fantastic Four. Art Adams goodness. Some more of my Incredible Hulks out of the way. We've got 159, 163. We got Armor Clads #2. So I haven't read this one yet. I don't recognize any of the creators, and some of the stuff that Valiant's been putting out, most of the stuff Valiant's been putting out lately, has been lackluster at best. We got Captain Marvel number 40. Radiant Red number 2. I've got to catch up on this. I got caught up on the Radiant Black and then all the spinoffs that I didn't realize till I got home or to the hotel room that this is the secret variant with her no helmet on. So that was pretty dope that I was able to get that. This is Knighted. This is a series by Mark Teixeira and AWA Upshot, and this is kind of like a vintage action figure cover. So that was pretty cool. Got these at the Deep. So I only need one book left to complete my Barry Windsor Smith Conan run. So only one book left, and it's not one of the big ones. So we got number 17, little Barry Windsor Smith goodness there. Number 18. And number 3. This is one of the bigger ones that I had left. First appearance of the Grim Gray God there. Nightwing 91, definitely another one of my reads of the week. Just the dynamic. I think Tom Taylor really captures the dynamic of the classic Titans team. And of course, this has Wally West in it. We got World's Finest number 2, another read of the week. Just them having the Doom Patrol in there, and just the whole story has been good so far. It's only 2 issues in, to be fair, but it's been pretty cool. Hulk number 6. So this is quote unquote the first appearance of Titan, but his story kind of more makes sense now. I won't spoil it for anybody that hasn't read it yet, but it kind of makes more sense now of where he might be going with this. So that's actually good because I was not liking the Spaceship Hulk thing at all. We've got X-Men number 10. Now, Jerry Duggan has been very hit or miss for me, but these X-Men issues have been pretty decent. I won't say they're good or great. They've been pretty decent. And so this main part of the book is Laura Kinney, acting as Wolverine. And so people were making bets or taking bets as to whether or not she would be able to complete the mission. And she said, well, you wouldn't even do that. Would you even do that if it was Logan? And Cyclops said, if it was Logan, he'd be the first one to make the bet. And so I really like that because you get this whole thing about, if I was a woman, it's a woman. If I was a man, you wouldn't say that stuff. And so they kind of, did that, but then like, okay, it's much about nothing. And of course, she, did fine. She actually did get discovered. Darth Vader number 22. Darth Vader number 22. Darth Vader has been one of the the solid reads. Greg Pak writing it that Star Wars and Marvel have been putting out. This issue was kind of lackluster to me, but overall the series has been solid. Enjoying The Walking Dead number 37. Always picking up the David Finch covers. I was able to secure the next to the last annual that I needed for the Incredible Hulk run. This is annual 2001. And so I was talking with some people, vendors, as I was picking up the Hulks and things like that at the con, and they were like, well, are they big issues? I'm like, well, 2 and 5 are obviously, but it was not about, I could get it, but I've been organically collecting these. And so it's funner that way. And maybe once I've completed it, I won't be tempted to sell it off. However, Mark of Legion of Comics has then told me that if I do it like I did my X-Men run, that to let him know first. Picked up Convergence number 2. Picked this up at Second and Charles. So this is the wedding of Nightwing and Oracle. Convergence. Picked up this Immortal Hulk number 16. And not because I wanted the cover. I'm going to do the sacrilegious thing and actually tear a page of this out because I want to do with the original art page that I was able to pick up, that if you have seen the little rant that I made about the post office, you know which one I'm talking about. But this is the book that's in. So this is the color page of that. And so I'm going to tear this page out and put it in the the deal. So that's why I bought that, just to do that with that versus my Alex Ross cover. I didn't want to do that to one of my current copies. Got Green Lantern number 28. This is the first appearance of Red's Supergirl. We got Guardians of the Galaxy number 12, the 2020 variant, Beta Ray and Cosmic Ghost Rider. Green Lantern 42, the little homage to the Lar Freeze cover. Boom, Turok number 1. Yes, another one to add. I think that's either 51 or 52 now. We got Critters number 10, just because it was cool and it was like $1. Critters number 10, not something you run across that often, especially in decent shape. Then I always like to pick these up when I can get them cheap. Cyberforce number 5, newsstand. Wildcats number 2, another guilty pleasure book that I've got too many of. Got Cyberforce number 1, newsstand. So I was glad to pick that up as well. And I got the one print that they gave out at the con. The point of the print is it's got all the various characters, and it's done in like the TMNT movie homage poster, homage to the TMNT movie poster. But I didn't really want to spend a lot of time or money getting them to sign all those. So I did get Rick Leonardi to sign because, again, he wasn't charging. I made a donation to the Heroes Initiative. So here you go, Pocan Joe, awkward sip of coffee. So there was that, but I didn't get the rest of them to sign because I really didn't want to pour that much money into a print. It's a limited print, granted, but it's a print nevertheless. It's not something I was going to hang up. And it was TMNT. And it wasn't something I was going to be able to get because one of them is got the Ronin on it, which Kevin Eastman, again, wasn't there when I was there. So I didn't I wasn't going to worry about that because I wasn't going to be able to complete it. Similar to what it was last year, because Hulk was actually on there, but Lou Ferrigno didn't make it. And so therefore, I wasn't able to complete that. Or I didn't want to stand in the awful long line of Jason David Frank. So I wasn't able to complete that one. I was like, okay. I'll get the ones I want signed to sign other things, like the Pinky and the Brain, because I think both were on there. Maybe just Pinky was on there. But nevertheless, that was my haul. And look, this is just the stuff that I bought for me, whether it was like a lot of books that I bought on YouTube and it only ciphered out what I wanted to keep. Whatnot sales, buying at the con, before the con, and all that other kind of stuff. It was an awful lot of stuff. But if you've seen the stuff that I actually bought to sell, or it's crazy in the comic room right now. I do want to shout out the channel supporters, people that are supporting the channel through their monthly membership or ships through YouTube and or Patreon. And if you're interested in joining one or both of those groups, the Linktree link is in the description below. And of course, membership has benefits, not the least of which are our monthly giveaways. So get in to fit in with that. It's always a good time to save some money, and you can save some money by visiting bcwsupplies.com for all of your comic book, vinyl records, card supply needs, and enter the coupon code SCG at checkout to save yourself 10% on your order. There's also a Linktree link in the description below. And just because it's new and I'm like a kid with a new toy, here you go again.
Hey, Dad, Brain, what do you want to do tonight? Oh, wait, I know. We're going to watch Southern Comic Geek. All of us. Nerf. Oh, and don't forget it's Raphael and Ninja Turtles. He's here, too. So, cowabunga!
So, until next time, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.